10 years ago, Jesus Mendoza, a resident of Mission, Texas, accused the law school in Michigan that he was attending of a sort of tuition fraud directed towards minorities. Around the same time, he started to suffer from some pretty bizarre health problems. Jesus believed that he was being attacked by satellite radiation. He believed the attacks were being perpetrated by friends and alumni of the law school, who were now members of the federal government. He's responded by spending the past decade suing people like John Ashcroft, Alberto Gonzalez, and George W. Bush.
Now, let me tell you, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this. What we have here is kind of heavy.
Okay.
So, you know, if I feel like that I cannot go, we can break and maybe do it. Okay. Sure.
We went down to Mission, Texas to meet Jesus, get an idea of the technology being used both against and by him, and learn a little about electrohypersensitivity, which has had some pretty brutal effects on his health. Going to actually meet him, we weren't sure what to expect. He'll be the first to tell you that the words delusional and insane get thrown around a lot when his name comes up. He lives in a trailer with no electricity in the backyard of his property. His wife and children all live inside the main house. But to talk to him, he's the last person on earth you'd call crazy. He's an intelligent, rational, generous guy. He's a loving father, and his kids relish what little time they get to spend with him each day. He also knows his way around the law and can make a pretty convincing argument about what most people would dismiss as conspiracy theories.
My name is Jesus Mendoza Maldonado, and basically we are dealing with someone that has been tortured by directed radiation for more than 10 years. Now I'm in pain 24/7 because of my condition. I'm severely impaired. Right now I'm suffering because of the cameras. I cannot be inside the main house for several reasons. One of them is because the power lines are very close. So I go to the kitchen only to do something for the kids, sandwich or something, and I have to get out. And sometimes they use a cellular there, and you know I have to get out. This is the living room. I have my little baby over there. Hi! Say hi, little baby. It's a little princess. This is Kimberly's place. Right there is a project that we did together for school.
He claims that the satellite torture that he's been subjected to has caused an extreme sensitivity to all electrical currents. We've met people in the past claiming the same type of sensitivity to electricity, and there are thousands more coming out and saying the same thing. There are even entire towns being built completely devoid of electricity to try to combat electrohypersensitivity. So the fact that there's precedent for his allegations helps his case a lot.
That is a garden that I wanted to build, but you know, sometimes I just do whatever I can. Well, we got some tomatoes and peppers. A friend of mine that has thanks God, he has a psychology degree. You know, I told him the story. He said, "No, you're not crazy." He said, "But I'm gonna send you with someone that knows." So he sent me with a friend of his that he was an FBI agent. He said, "Well, I don't know if electronic surveillance causes these things." So in between the two, maybe I don't know exactly who recommended to place laser detectors inside my apartment. If there's anything out of the ordinary, now you know that you're a victim of these things. So actually that's what I did. As you can see, there's a big window over here. And you can see the activity of the radar on the background. Now I'm walking back to my bedroom and the activity disappears. Now I'm going into my bedroom and there's a big window in here. And you can see the activity increasing. Now I'm getting out of my room. That was the last night that I spent over there. That's when I realized that the energy, the radiation inside my room at that time, it was intentional. And eventually I just went to Mexico and I started working on a university over there. I came back in 1999 and I filed a lawsuit against the law school for the aggression and retaliation. And I had a big responsibility to come to come out with these claims, especially when they place your mental stability in doubt. And that was basically what people wanted to do, to say that this is just imagination and that you deserve to go to the mental hospital. But eventually, thanks God, I obtained a good piece of equipment, and I was able to videotape my children in the middle of the night when they were suffering to this type of electronic aggression. The equipment that I use, it has been very helpful to document, to show that what we are getting, it is thousands of times more of what a person is exposed on a daily life. This is basically something that you can carry. It can help you out, because if you touch it, it will tell you how much you have. And you compare it with other people, you'll know the difference. I use the equipment to measure, for example, where I'm going to sleep, to make sure that that place is not environmentally polluted. It's a deterrent, because now you're showing that this is not what you find in the environment. I wear a metal shield, aluminum shield around my waist that I wear to protect my thoracic box and to prevent swelling, bleeding in my stool and my saliva. I mean my urine.
And you wear that every day?
Most of the times I try not to for a week or something, and I get real bad, so I had to put it back. This is basically the stuff that I use because I cannot go into a regular library. This is the law, actually, cases, law journals, and it deals with, when I'm drafting a paper on something, I just go and look and see if I have a case that supports what I'm saying. I wanted to have the records of a doctor that made the final evaluation. This doctor, he claimed he was familiar with injuries caused by radiation, and he made an evaluation, and at the end of the evaluation he said the only problem you have is persuading others that the electricity is causing you harm. They wanted to claim that this is just imagination or delusional. Now, when it comes to that, when I filed a motion to recuse this motion and an affidavit, a few days I became like this. The radiation around our home, it just went up. I still have some of the scars, and that shows how this aggression can be so retaliatory. I've been dying many times, and I'm so grateful to the Lord that I can get up in the morning and be able to be with my kids, even if it's for short periods of time. I don't have any bitterness. I don't have any desires of revenge. I don't have any desires of being visible. I just want to be left alone, to be able to be with my children, to be able to take them to the park without having someone all the time trying to derail everything that we do. That's basically what I want. It is the most legitimate thing that a person can ask.